is more than just water, hops, malt and yeast. In the beer making process, various ingredients are mixed, processed, and sometimes the structure of the raw materials is altered. The brewing process is made up of 10 production steps from the fresh barley to the finished beer. We would like to present these steps in more detail. The first step in the production of beer is malting. Firstly, the fresh barley gets soaked in water and put in the so-called germinating boxes to germinate. The green malt is dried carefully at 80 degrees Celsius and tastes slightly sweet when dried. The malt sugar later serves to feed the yeast cultures, which then form the alcohol. The second step in the brewing process is milling. The finished malt is milled, similar to the making of flour, so that it dissolves better in water. Malt mills produce various grades of crushed malt: husks, groats, meal, semolina and powder, from the coarsest to the finest. The third step in the brewing process is mashing. The milled malt is mixed with water in the mash tun, mashing in. The starch in the grist dissolves and sugar, protein and tannin are released. The so-called malt extract is produced by this mashing process. The fourth step in the production of beer is lottering. The mash is filtered in the lotter tun as the husks sink and the wort is separated from the solid substances. The fifth step in the brewing process is wort boiling. In the brewing pan or wort kettle, the wort is boiled and the hops are added. The sixth step in the brewing process is wort clarification or drawing off. Here the wort is fed into the whirlpool and starts to rotate. The seventh step in the beer making process is the alcoholic fermentation. This takes place in a fermentation tank where special brewing yeast is added. The eighth step in beer production is the storage. Young beer is stored anything from 3 weeks to 3 months in a storage tank at between 1 and 2 degrees Celsius. The ninth step in the brewing process is the filtration. At this last stage, any substances still remaining after fermentation and secondary fermentation, such as yeast particles, hop resin and protein, are extracted and the beer gets its final clear color. The 10th and final stage in the brewing process is the filling. The video is the author's footages from the Ochakovo beverage plant, filmed in April 2024.